All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Baltimore Ravens taking on the champions from the NFC, the Minnesota Vikings. After all the talk, it's time for football, and here we go. Super Bowl 55 is underway.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Push him back. Push him back. Back. Check, please.
Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Jackson from the shotgun. Flush to his right. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
On 2nd down now. It's Ingram. Ingram churning. He lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
Oh, I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coaches?
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Danielle Hunter In there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep, Antonio Brown. It's a net of 40 there. Punt of 48 and a return of 8. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. A toss to Cook. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
Now, the good thing for you, partner, is you're not as old as I am, okay? So,
true.
So back when the dinosaurs roamed the earth, the right side of an offensive line was almost always your power side. Your bigger, stronger, physical guys. But on this play, they tossed it right and looked like it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, but that's not the case so much anymore, you're saying, with the bigger guys?
Not necessarily.
Find the best guys, plug them in on your O-line.
Right. As a general rule now, you're a lot more balanced on your offensive line. It might still lean towards your best pass blocker on the left side,
sure,
but not necessarily all the time.
On 2nd down, it's Cook. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. 3rd and long for Cousins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They run. It's Mark Ingram. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Running right, this is Ingram. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
I can't help it. Every time I see Eric Berry make a play, as we just saw him make a tackle there, I just want to stand up and applaud.
Because he went to Tennessee like you?
Well, that doesn't hurt one bit, but how about the comeback? I mean, he came back from beating cancer and getting back to Pro Bowl level, one of the best players in the game.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's got this down to the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 1st down, Dobbins. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. We're scoreless after 1. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a give right side. Dobbins. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal.
Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 2nd and 13. Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Now a run with Cook, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th.
It's 4th down.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Cousins on 4th down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And that will force a turnover on downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hollywood Marquise Brown. 49 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. So the first play of the drive, they strike through the air and score.
A lot of coaches like change of possession as a time to go ahead and strike, and that's what we saw there. Ball turned over, first play, right to the end zone.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
He's checking.
Coming right, this is Cook on the toss play. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. Cousins. And he finds his target. It's Sharp. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll get this to Sharp on the jet sweep. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now Cook. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings. Following a good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. To throw, Cousins. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 19. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing, Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Tajae Sharp there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. This time, Jackson will throw it. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this 1st half.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Kill, turn.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
I'm going to come back to you. Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Get that quarterback, Eli. Get that quarterback.
To throw is Jackson. Going to throw again. He's going to loft one deep into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And he will be brought down. His time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here in Super Bowl 55. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams ready after the halftime spectacle, and we are back underway in Super Bowl 55. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to the ground. This time Cook. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll run on first down. Hunt, and he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Check. Coaching spell.
On second down, Cook. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. On third down, Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Derek Wolfe there on the tackle. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens' 20. Well, what made that toss out to the right so successful? Because it looked pretty easy.
A belief in the play. An absolute execution by all 11 on the offensive side of the ball. Everyone took care of their assignment, but the reason they did so, every time that play is called, they think it's going to go for big yardage. It's their staple play, and they love to run it.
On first down, it's Hunt, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the Ravens' 22-yard line.
Now Cook running right. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down. Here's Cousins. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they come away from this opening drive of the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
It's second and 8 at the 35-yard line.
55, Mike, 55. Watch the screen.
From the 35 on second down. Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
With it is Brown. Ooh, with a juke. Fights through, and now a crease. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. He's got the first down and more past midfield. A big play there out of Cook. 49 yards on the ground. Well, this game's ripe for the taking, and that run, I think it means he wants to take it.
Not only does he want to take it, he doesn't care what they're going to do on the defensive side of the ball. You can be prepared for him. He's coming at you anyway.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll get this to Sharp on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they called the field general.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Undercut. 55, Mike 55. Get in the weight room. Get in there. Check three.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
And the Vikings, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Cousins gives way to Cook, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 or the 34. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well. They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Well, from my vantage point, that's just one bad play by the offensive line and a running back who's had a lot of good ones tonight.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's not going to be ticked off, nor is the offensive line, because to me it's a lot like a no-hitter, right? Pitcher's throwing a no-hitter, gives up a hit late. You're so close to accomplishing everything you want and don't quite get it done. They'll come back with a vengeance on the next play. And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see.
Check 24. 382, last 50.
They'll run again with Hunt. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And this one is right through. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Looking long for Thomas. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
And Super Bowl 55 down to the final 2 minutes. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there. Cousins to Thielen. 47 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A toss play to Hunt. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me,
and Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Jackson, now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 41 yards. And they have done it. The Minnesota Vikings are the Super Bowl champions. And the Lombardi Trophy is going back to the land of 10,000 lakes. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs. You see the guys sharing the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them. A fantastic season.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. And what a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.